It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jameis to throw it.
He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Winston. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Jameis now on first down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
19, 18 19 tight, 19 tight.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Being chased out left.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check. Rig alert. Buffalo 18. Hurt. Rig.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. They go play action here on first down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On play action, they'll throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll try the middle with Cook, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown Vikings. From 19 yards away. And the Vikings are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40, Deontay Hardy. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Saints.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. You're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here
are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Now back to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there. But I like his moxie.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
7-7, our score after one.
Let's go. Warriors 17.
Slot man moves right.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. They'll roll him out right. Both steal, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Cook will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Mostert.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Sly able to put this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Winston. And that is intercepted on the sideline.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known the points won't come so easy again.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. not going to get the kick off in time.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Deontay Hardy deep for New Orleans.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 12-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And give him a gain of 37.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
And this throw will be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A 10th carry in the game for Cook.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 8 yards.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The slot man in motion right.
On second down, it's Cook again.
And he's got it down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook,
57 yards.
and the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
And the Vikings are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Let's go now.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Let's go.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Rig alert. Rig alert.
Looking to throw. Catch is made here by Earl Smith Jr. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A gain of 37. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Get up. Hurt. Rig. Have the 50. Cut 19.
Back to throw here. He'll dump this off to Cook.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working, but they run it more effectively. They may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
109 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. 2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Here we go.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down, Cook. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
19 tight, 19 tight. Buffalo 18.
They'll look to throw here.
Cook makes the catch on the out route.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. Up the middle, it's Cook. And some room to run now. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Dalvin Cook, so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or two to punch this one in.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll run with Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Dalvin Cook,
his 2nd touchdown of the night.
and the Vikings continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Andrew Booth picks it off. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
180 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
18 Cardinals. Back in 60.
2nd and 3. And Cook has it, left side.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
ran the perfect defense in this situation,
Okay, ready.
would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he will have the Vikings first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Play fake. Winston. This is Smith with a grab. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Jameis again. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Kamara. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Alvin Kamara punching it in from a yard away. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that cuts this lead down to 13. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, Charles, you look at this offense, the #1 seed, a Super Bowl favorite, but it's hard to avoid the topic that this is a rookie quarterback under center making his first ever postseason appearance. Any concern level there?
Well, I would think that we'd all have some concern because, a rookie quarterback, that's just not normal, right? But I think I'd be a lot more concerned if they were the 6 or 7 seed and had to go on the road and play in a hostile environment. What if it was cold outside? But here you've got a guy who's been solid all year, led them to all those wins, a #1 seed. I think they have unquestioned belief in him. They also feel like they have a responsibility to help carry him along as well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Ready.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he'll get about 3 here, up to the 44-yard line.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And this will be a Vikings first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They run it again with Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, #2. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Give to Cook out of the gun. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Drop 50.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And complete, right side to Cook. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the right hash, this from 53.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Winston to give, it's Kamara.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Desperation time. Winston on fourth down. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, it's Kamara. Oh, and he'll be tackled and covered up inbounds. They get another first, but they're working with no timeouts. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And the Vikings will continue on in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.